If I get a chance later, I'm going to go over to the wood yard. I see they still are making chips. I was getting ready to say no, I'm not seeing any chippers moving, but I'm just seeing one go now. If I can zoom in, that one is still making chips. And then of course there's the bark pile. I'll try and walk over there after a while. So I'm walking over to the wood yard now. It's actually pretty quiet over here. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot going on. From what I understand, they're not using the bark anymore. They're shipping it out. But here you can see they're still making chips. I'm not sure how much of this is going to get used. Gonna navigate through the sand spurs. So I'm at the edge of the chip pile. So as you can see, there's still a lot of chips here. It's pine wood chips. I'm gonna pause this video now and walk over to the other side. All right, I'm coming up on the crane now, which this you can kind of see from where we live. When we go walk down to Martin Lake, you can see this crane operating from across the water. And normally this is surrounded by logs. You see now that's all there is, just that little bit there. I hear the drum moving, so there's still, I think the big red machine is throwing in logs. I'm not sure how many log trucks are coming in, but there's the crane. As you can see, they're not doing anything with it right now. So I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can look into the drum. There's the crane again. I'm not really seeing a whole lot coming through here, but kind of see some logs coming through there. As they get debarked. Normally there's trucks lined up to get in here. Now there's only, I only see that one and another one. And here come the logs. This is an area of the mill that you can't really see from the outside. This is like inside the premises. This over here is the shipping warehouse. That right there is the firehouse. I'll go show you the fire truck. Let's see the fire station. They do cookouts and stuff here. And here is the old fire engine. The hazmat truck. That right there is the main lab where the environmental testing is. It's in front of the shipping warehouse. If you look at in the Bay County Library, there are historical photos of the paper mill at the library. And if you see photos from the old days, from the early 1930s, you see this building right here, this red brick building. That's in the photos. That right there where the two doors are, there's ice machines there. But going up the stairs, the first door, that's the fluff lab where we used to run tests on the white paper. And at the right here, the silver building, that's reel storage. That's just where they put reels of paper when they get behind and they have to put them somewhere and don't have to shut the machines down. Over there is the maintenance area, the red brick and the white brick building. Behind it are the chip silos. And then the washers for the pulp mill. That's the best I can say, it looks like a, what are those things called? Those construction sets? Not Tinker Toys, but erector set. The thing it looks like it was made with an erector set, that's the new washers in the pulp mill. Those have only been there for a couple of years. And then down through there is the maintenance shop. And of course you see the boilers at the powerhouse, but this here is the real storage. This here is the part of the fluff line. The roll line for the white rolls is wrapped in plastic. So I'm going to shut this off for now, and I'll go on the other side that people see from the street. If you're on East Avenue, you can see, and I'll kind of explain what it is. Okay, this is the bale line where they make bales of paper. As you can see, it's currently down. That's the cutter that makes the bales. There's one bale there under the press, and they go through these conveyors and they go through over here to this wrapper, which is brown because they ran out of bleached paper, and it wraps those bales in that wrapper and then wraps them in wire. See the strapping station here? It will wrap up the bales and make 6 packs out of them. It'll stack them 6 high and put wires around those. And then of course here is the #1 machine roll line, which is still going. So it's there's a roll of brown paper coming our way now. So this is the opposite side of the warehouse. That over there is the East Avenue gate, the bridge and the water. So that gate's closed. It's currently used by the Port Authority. That warehouse down there used to be owned by the mill, and that property was, and the mill sold it to the Port Authority, and they built that nice new warehouse. But this is the shipping warehouse where we store our rolls. If you go online and look for old postcards from the Panama City Mill, this is the angle which you see. So if you can find an old International Paper postcard, it's going to look a lot like this. And it's probably from the early 1930s. So, there's the whistle. So it is 7 a.m. You can see the rail cars there, the box cars that will be, typically they're loaded with paper. But the red brick building there, that right there, right where those box cars are, on the other side of that is the bale line and the cutter and the winders. And the rest of that building where the steam is coming out, that's where the paper machines are. #1 machine is on this side. So the paper machines are on this side. So that right there is what is known as the machine room. And it goes all the way down until it meets up with the powerhouse, which you see the powerhouse with the stacks. And then, of course, the one that's 11 stories high, that's powerhouse as well. And then, you know, this is part of St. Andrews Bay. It goes around. Over there where the cranes are, that's Eastern Shipbuilding. And they're still keeping the grounds. There's a guy weed eating over there. All right, this is the wood yard. It's pretty quiet. This area right here, beyond that bus right there, is normally full of logs. Full of logs. And it looks like today there have been no log trucks. There's no movement on the crane over there. And I did see a couple of log trucks come in yesterday, but it was just only a few. It's usually they're lined up on this street right here. And then of course there's the that's the contractor parking lot. But that's the wood yard. Powerhouse off in the distance. Every time I zoom I get bad quality, but